Have you ever felt so down that you wanted to just end it all, that you wanted to just take your life? I have. And I still remember the day. I was separated, alone, afraid, and very depressed. It was a dark and cold day. The rain was falling and the tears were streaming down my face. I didn't feel beautiful. I felt ugly, unwanted, and unloved. I knew that all I had to do was take that Advil, and that due to a severe allergic reaction, my throat would close, and that would be it. Thankfully, someone stopped me that day, or I wouldn't be standing here right now. Did it start on that day? Honestly, I've been struggling with body bullying issues since I was a kid. In grade school, they said I was too fat, rolly, too short, and even too hairy, Mediterranean roots. I was cast in the school play The Ugly Duckling, and no, I wasn't the swan, I was the ugly duckling, which was kind of ironic because my nickname was Ducky because of the way I walked. As a teenager, my dreams of becoming a model were trampled on. I know, what was I thinking? They said, "You're too short. You're not pretty enough. You don't have the right look. And you don't have the right walk." Teenage years went from bad to worse. Drug abuse, alcohol abuse, and sadly sexual abuse left me feeling broken and crushed. When the opportunity to move to England came up for a year, I jumped at it. Fresh start, I thought. But those lies kept playing in my head. You know those lies we tell ourselves when we stand in front of the mirror? You're not good enough. You're not like the others. You're not going to make it. That was the year my struggle with eating disorders began. A well-kept secret from family and friends, even to this day. Do you know what all the body bullying and body image issues got me? It got me sick. You see, I would stress, obsess, and regress. It did a number on my body because you know what? I not only got sick, but my relationships changed. Fast forward to marriage and kids. Again, dreams shattered. You can't have kids, they told me. And then when I did get pregnant, they said you likely won't carry to term. 5 miscarriages and multiple misdiagnoses later, I had no idea what was happening with my body. You see, I was always taught to grin and bear it, to be an overcomer. So how I dealt with stress and pain was to push it down, the pain, the blame, and the shame. Thankfully, a few years later, we were blessed with twin girls. And despite a near-death experience with that delivery, we were blessed again a few years later with a son, Isaac, whose name means God has brought me laughter. So why wasn't I laughing? Why wasn't I happy on that cold and dark day? Newly separated, I was only a few months postpartum with these 3 little babies that I prayed my whole life for. But you see, I'm a control freak, and I felt like everything was spinning out of control. I had no control over my marriage, my kids, to be honest, my work, my finances, even my thoughts and my emotions. But there's one thing I could control, my body, in a positive way. So I got help, and I went from being anemic to energetic, from being overweight and unhealthy to healthy again, and I felt great. My husband even suggested marriage counseling. So off we went. The counselor sat down with us and said, "What have you guys been working on? You've been separated, doing your own thing." And I was quick to talk about my physical transformation. Yay. My husband sat there quietly and looked at me and said, "Monica, you're beautiful the way you are. You don't need to change anything." Boom. That was my moment of realization. I was so busy, focused on the outward, that I wasn't focused on what was happening inside my body. So I again went for help. I started to read more, to pray more, to be more grateful, to rest more. And do you know what I learned? I learned how to be kinder to myself and kinder to others. how to forgive myself, and in turn, how to better forgive others around me that I hadn't previously, and how to love myself for the first time, and how to then love others unconditionally and deeply and in ways that I'd held back before. And then something amazing happened. Relationships changed. Even my relationship with my husband, and we were brought together, and our family was reunited. Amazing things happen when you love yourself. I believe everybody is beautiful, and I believe that beauty comes from the inside. So regardless of where you're at, regardless of your past, regardless of what other people may have told you, or what you tell yourself when you stand in front of that mirror, I want to share tonight that you are beautiful the way you are, and you are loved. Thank you.